So, hello, this is Luca Talks Ball here, and today I thought of like a content idea to make, of course, where it's about content where you're trying to find is there any transfers, is there any MK Dons news? And I was sitting around thinking, right, where's McGoldrick? Is it done yet? And all that. There's rumours around that he's going to be done on the weekend. But today, of course, there isn't no news about transfers. But however, we've got a content idea where I've just thought myself right now, MK Dons fans and EFL fans, of course, top 5 grounds which I'm going to be looking forward to, despite I've done all of them, and of course I've only got like 3 grounds to do next season in the 2025-2026 season. Of course, I'm going to be making a video, of course, about top 5 grounds which I'm looking forward to, grounds where I've not been and been to, of course, going into August the 2nd for that start of the season. So the first ground which I'm really looking forward to, of course, is a team that got relegated from skybetleaguetwo to League 2, is Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers capacity does hold, I think, around 12,500. It is called the Memorial Lane ground. Bristol Rovers is a ground where, of course, is a team, of course, will be obviously up there challenging to get back into League 1. We'll be having the budgets to obviously strengthen, and of course they had a real good pour towards the end of the season. I actually thought they were going to be out of the 4 teams that got relegated: Cambridge, Crawley, Shrewsbury and Bristol Rovers. I actually thought Bristol Rovers would have been the team to stay up, but unfortunately they didn't. And this is a ground where I'm really looking forward to. And I know a lot of people might have been to Bristol Rovers, but I've never been to Bristol Rovers before. And that's something where I really are looking forward to, for a 12,500 stadium. Capacity, of course, which probably doesn't fill out that much, but however, Bristol Rovers, of course, is mainly like a ground where people like to call it like a bit of a tent, of course, not like a bit like Barrows, but obviously Bristol Rovers is a bit of an old-fashioned ground. That's a ground which I'm really looking forward to. Of course, I've been to Cambridge. I'll be going to Cambridge next season. Crawley, of course, and Shrewsbury again. I love going to those grounds. But the next ground, which I'm really looking forward to next season, is, of course, they were in League 2 this season, which I've not done, and I'm going to be doing it in August. And obviously, if we do play them in August, when the fixtures do get released this month, on the 26th, it's Bromley. Bromley, of course, I couldn't do the ground currently last season. Obviously, I had other commitments. I was very busy. And Bromley, of course, is a ground where I have been here, and it's more of like a National League stadium. Of course, it's more of like their 3G pitch, bit of an Astro. And that is a ground which I'm really looking forward to. And Bromley had quite a decent start to the season of last season. Finished around mid-table. Of course, finished ahead of us. So far, they've kept people like Michael Cheek. And I expect Bromley to be finishing in a similar position next season. And that's a ground which I'm looking forward to. And another ground which I am looking forward to is, of course, the National League winners. They got a record 102 points, Barnet. Of course, MK Dons have met Barnet before in a couple of pre-season friendlies. We played them last season, of course, in a location at Cresley Park in Dunstable, where we are going to be playing at Cresley Park next month against Doncaster, and I'll be there for that. Barnet, of course, is a ground which I've always looking forward to, one of my favourite National League grounds, which I really look forward to actually going to. And of course, it is a new team, of course, going to be interesting what they do. Obviously, I haven't really known much information about Barnet, as I haven't really looked into how their squad's actually been from the National League, and I haven't really invest in how they've been doing, but I know they've won the league with 102 points. That's a ground which I'm really looking forward to going into next season. And of course, it's obviously a new ground. Barnet going to be a very nice ground, which I'm looking forward to. More of like an old National League ground. And also the next ground, which I'm looking forward to. I've been there twice. I went there in the 2016-2017 season. And I think I went there again. I think it was either the 17-18 season. Oldham, of course. Oldham did beat Southend last Sunday. Very disappointed. Of course, I wanted Southend to win, but of course they didn't. But Oldham, of course, we know Oldham, the history. They've been in the Football League. They've been in the National League for quite a few seasons, and this is a ground where I think a lot of people are looking forward to. Manchester, of course, you can get to Manchester, obviously get a straight tram to Oldham or a train. And Oldham is a ground which I'm looking forward to, which will be really, really good. But the final ground which I'm looking forward to, I have done this ground before, of course, is Crawley. Crawley, of course, I went there for the first time in the playoffs when we last played them in the playoffs last year, towards the end of the 23-24 season. And it's a really, really good ground. It's got like a very, very massive beer place, massive bar, very good ground, of course. And we'll come up against Scott Lindsay's Crawley Town. And but no, let me know, MK Dons fans, let me know any EFL fans, what grounds you are looking forward to going into next season. Of course, the only grounds which I need to do next season is 3 grounds, which is Bromley, Bristol Rovers and Barnet. And then I've completed League 2 for good. So let me know what other content ideas you do want to make. This was a content where I actually thought I'd do something different, as there's really no MK Dons transfers. The only thing I really heard was of course, David McGoldrick should be signing in the next coming days, maybe even tomorrow. But of course, we will be back for more MK Dons content whenever there's a signing, whenever there's some news. Of course, yesterday was the pre-season announced, and we will be covering fixture release days. So let me know your thoughts about what grounds you're looking forward to, what's your predictions, and we will be doing a prediction table near towards when the season starts. So I'll see you for a brand new video. Take care. Bye for now.